Dear ones, we come with love and support to help you better understand what it means to be spiritual while having human experiences. Know that if you resonate with these messages, you have done the preparatory work over lifetimes and have attained a state of consciousness that is prepared for more. You have experienced many difficult and short lives as well as long and happy ones in order to experience and learn. You have had every color skin, been both male and female, have been warriors as well as priests, and have done things that you would now find abhorrent. This is because you had to experience all aspects of living in the energy of separation in order to evolve beyond it. There comes a point in every spiritual journey where there is no longer the need for intense struggle and hardship. These are often the learning tools necessary for those still enmeshed in three-dimensional energy, but most of you have or are in the process of graduating beyond the need for them. The journey has become about living and being that state of consciousness you have worked so hard to attain. Living out from truth is not unattainable, something only possible for the saints of old, or those willing to sacrifice everything human. These concepts of spirituality represent obsolete teachings that would have you believe that the spiritual world is separate from ordinary world. They are not nor ever could be separate, dear ones. There is no such thing as certain music, places, activities, or people, etc., being profane while, according to the limited awareness of those who teach these concepts, a select group of other things are sacred. There is only one, and that one is perfectly expressing itself in infinite form and variety at all times. However, the false interpretations of these sacred and perfect expressions will always appear less than whole, manifesting in forms of good and evil, until such time as the universal consciousness no longer holds the belief of duality and separation. There is no unexpressed consciousness. The world is not an illusion as many teachings suggest, but rather, it is the conditioned interpretations of the world that constitute the illusion. You are ready to open your eyes and see everything, not just certain things, as spiritual. It is time to remove any remaining labels. You are ready. Everything seen, heard, tasted, touched, or smelled, exists only because there is a spiritual reality supporting it, otherwise it would not exist because divine consciousness is all there is. What would it be made of? What humanity in general sees and experiences are mind-formed interpretations of spiritual realities, concepts manifesting according to the state of consciousness of groups and individuals. The omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient nature of divine consciousness is and will forever continue to express itself. It is all there is. If human eyes were able to see trees, flowers, plants, etc., in their pure form, they would see a flow of light, beauty, movement, and connection, as well as the fairy realms that lovingly care for them. The divine idea supporting planes, trains, automobiles, and all forms of transportation, is omnipresence, expressing in forms compatible with mankind's level of awareness, which through evolution, has moved from walking, to horses, to carts, and onward. Home is in its real form, is consciousness, the true home of everyone. If a person searching for a home in the everyday sense of finding a house would go within and realize that he is never separate from his one true and perfect home, consciousness, he would soon find his perfect home manifesting. The three-dimensional sense of marriage and committed relationship is in reality, a three-dimensional interpretation of the mystical marriage, the perfect alignment and integration of male and female energies within an evolved soul that results in a new awakened and ascended being. Begin to understand every aspect of daily living according to its deeper reality. This is how you reinterpret appearances. As you do this, you will begin to experience much of the ordinary in higher and better forms personal to you. Your creations express your consciousness. Be aware of what you are holding in it as truth. In reality, there are no victims, only people hypnotized by, and thus creating their or group false beliefs. As you grow into a more evolved state of consciousness, it becomes easier to recognize and see the spiritual component of things. As your energy raises into an ever finer resonance, it becomes easier to communicate with your guides and higher dimensional beings, because you will be in alignment with the more refined frequencies. Inner seeing is unavailable to those who resonate primarily with the density of the three-dimensional world, simply because their energy does not align with higher dimensional frequencies. You are consciousness and are not now or ever have been inside a physical body. Your body is in you, consciousness. You formed your body according to your needs, and it exists governed by your state of consciousness. As you begin to understand this, you will start to withdraw power over you from the physical body in the realization that whatever power is governing the physical body is the reflection of your attained state of consciousness. What am I holding in consciousness as power, truth, reality? This is not to say those with physical issues have somehow failed. Many factors enter into these situations, making each one personal to the soul's needs and choices. Some choose a deformed or ill body because it is necessary for their learning or the learning of those around them. Many at this time are experiencing physical issues that are clearings of old cellular memory. Others may decide to go home and choose for themselves, usually on a deeper unconscious level, some incurable condition in order to exit. Up to a certain point in one's evolution, karma may also enter in, which is not punishment, but is a balancing of energy. Meditation and living truth are the best beauty and health treatments you can give your physical self. Are you still giving the power of reality to beliefs of disease, age, deterioration? Many do not even realize that these are concepts. Ask yourself these questions. What am I holding in my consciousness as a power, a truth, a reality? It is necessary to acknowledge what you still hold as power if you are serious about spiritual evolution. There is no unexpressed consciousness. Your body is faithful to your beliefs about the body. You are creators, never forget that. As the energies of light become more intense on Earth, your creations are manifesting more quickly. This is why it is so important to honestly examine your belief system now, and not at some later date when you think you will be more ready. You don't deny some outer scene, walking away and shouting that all is illusion, it is rather that you simply stop giving these things power. There is and ever has been only one power, and this power is not a power over anything, it simply is because it is all that is, forever and infinitely expressing itself. Withdrawing power from certain people, places, or things, is difficult in the beginning, especially with the appearance of so many seeming powers now being exposed on Earth, but you are only required to live out from your highest attained state of consciousness, which allows it to unfold more deeply as you are ready. Never believe that you cannot sign a petition or take some action you may be guided to take. Do what you are led to do, but do these things with an understanding of the bigger picture through recognizing underlying reality and the false beliefs manifesting as the appearance. This is how you live in the world, but not of it. This is how you become a person with the ability to help others see and add light to world consciousness. You will begin to recognize the light behind the eyes of everyone around you, and feel a deeper connection to people, animals, and all life forms. It becomes natural to communicate with trees and plants, along with an awareness of the higher resonating nature spirits that surround them, whether or not you see them with your human eyes. You become aware of the elementals as living energy. There revolves an overwhelming sense of love and oneness with all things that you no longer struggle to experience because it is just who you are. This is a very different world from the one that human beings have been programmed to believe is reality. If you are drawn to and understand the deeper truths, then you are evolved enough to integrate and live them. Understand that you chose to be here at this time in order to complete your own lessons, and then assist Gaia and others in the ascension process. In reality, everyone is already the perfect expression of divine consciousness, But for those who chose living in third-dimensional energy where time and space exists, for their evolutionary learning and awakening, it is a gradual process. Many of you came to Earth long ago from other evolved planets in order to assist humanity, but along the way, accumulated your own dense experiences which are now clearing. The third dimension carries a veil of forgetfulness, causing almost everyone to forget why they came to Earth, but every soul is aware of this before incarnating. In spite of it, you knew you were strong enough to pick up where you left off, quickly move through the accumulation of old unfinished cellular memory, and be a state of consciousness capable of assisting Gaia and her people at this time. The increasing light of the world is causing the veil to thin. Lingering in the ordinary and comfortable no longer appeals to most of you, because you are no longer in alignment with what it consists of. Every soul experiences a deep inner yearning for more, although most do not understand what it is that they yearn for. The unawakened seek to fulfill this yearning through the attainment of money, success, sex, beauty, the right partner, and power over others, but once these things are attained, they discover that none of them fill the inner emptiness. Persons, places, or things in the outer can never bring about the sense of wholeness and completeness that every soul hungers for, because what they unknowingly seek is the soul's longing to consciously reconnect with its real self, a yearning only satisfied when conscious oneness with Source is realized. You are moving into this now. You are ready to embrace, live, and be who and what you are. You are ready, no excuses, false modesty, doubt, hesitation, procrastination, more study, more classes, etc. You are ready. We are the Arcturian group,